All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Aiden, and welcome back to another stream. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a Chicago Bulls and a Memphis Grizzlies watch-along. I apologize for being late. Well, to be fair, this is actually pretty standard for me these days, but it's very, very hard for me to get here on Sundays. And as you can see by the thumbnail and whatnot, I'm still trying to get things sorted as we speak, so it's going to be a bit hectic of a start to a stream, but hopefully we can just get through that and just ease our way into obviously what's going on here. So yeah, hopefully we'll have a good game here. Hopefully we can do well, and hopefully we can get a expected win, I would say. Of course, there's always room for embarrassment with the Bulls. We just know that, but yeah, hopefully we could just get the job done, I guess. Before we get any further, hello, everybody's coming in, hello. Before we get any further, if you guys like the stream and you want to see more watch-alongs from me, feel free to like and subscribe to the Aiden's Bull Show YouTube channel. And of course, turn notifications on so you know when I will be going live. And also, I guess, you know, also keep you up to date. Or essentially as well, just go check the Bull schedule list. Then you'll probably see me live as well. So yeah, hopefully the Bulls can deliver a good win here. Let's hope we can get the job done. Jimmy says, I hope the Bulls can get another win and get closer to 500. Go Bulls, and I gave a like on your channel. This is a very big game for the Bulls in terms of trying to win it, because it will take us 2 games below 500 with a very important West Coast trip coming up. So yeah, this is going to be a big game for the Bulls. Maybe not because of the Memphis Grizzlies injury list. Again, I feel robbed of, I guess, not seeing the best Memphis Grizzlies team we can see. I truly feel robbed of the fact, but you know, it's unfortunate. It is what it is. We must get the win. It's as simple as that. We'll move on to the next one. Daniel says, yo, what's going on? Tyler says, hey, hello, Tyler. Shout out to the Bulls. Let's go. Or shout out to the show. Oh, thank you. Let's go, Chicago Bulls. Let's go. We should win this. Look, again, any team in the NBA can beat anybody, so I'm not going to come in here saying we are going to win, but we should. We should win the game. We are the favorites to win the game. Let's hope that we do win the game. Let's hope that we do. Just bear with me for a little bit, guys. I know the game has started, but again, it's going to be a very hectic couple of minutes as I'm trying to get the thumbnail sorted, and I'm trying to get all the settings and whatnot sorted for you guys. So, you know, and also for other people that may see certain, you know, see certain things that knows that it's me. I need to make sure everything's right in that regard. So if I miss the first couple of minutes, I sincerely apologize. But we're just trying to speed through it, if you know what I mean. Let's speed through as much as possible. Okay. For now, I won't need my phone, so I can put the game on. There we go. Let's see what's happening in the game. It looks like no team has scored yet. In the first 2 minutes. Again, that's... I don't know. I feel like with the Bulls, they need to get off to better starts. Patrick Williams makes the 3. I spoke too soon. He makes a 3 to get the scoring started for the Chicago Bulls. That's what we need to see. More of that, please, from Mr. Patrick Williams. There's going to be a lot of guys on this Memphis Grizzlies team. I have no idea who they are, and I apologize for that. So, yeah, it's going to take a while to kind of adjust to that, in all honesty. So, hopefully, you guys can bear with me. And that's a 3 made by the Memphis Grizzlies. So, it's all tied at the moment. Okay. We are very, very close to just chilling and watching the game here. I think this is the one. Vooch is in the post. Posting up. Jaren Jackson, that's not... Oh, okay, Vooch. Again, Jaren Jackson's a heck of a defender, so... Weird to kind of see him post up there. But hey, he got the job done. Fair play to Nikola Vucevic there. Looks like the Bulls got a steal. AC finds Pat. Pat probably should have shot that. He decides to dribble into the paint. Gets it to Kobe. Kobe to AC to DeRozan. Again, the Bulls are just... It feels reluctant to shoot right now. Vooch in the post. And it just goes off of his leg out of bounds. And that will go to the Memphis Grizzlies. Okay, I believe we should be good now. I think everything should be okay. I haven't been able to read your chats if there is any more, but I believe we should be good now. Are the Bulls at home tonight at the United Center? Yes, they are. They are at home, ladies and gentlemen. They are indeed. Again, a home game against the Memphis Grizzlies. We are going out west for the Phoenix Suns and for the Lakers in the next 2 games. And I believe Portland as well. That's our next 3 games, I believe. They're all away from home. We're going on that West Coast trip. And hopefully we can end it successfully, I guess. Memphis have come out firing from the 3-point line. And they have the lead 9-5 here. So they've come out with guns blazing from 3. DeRozan gets the ball stripped. Memphis in transition. Kennard. AC with the steal. Good hustle from AC. DeRozan to Pat. It looks like it's a very fast tempo game at the moment. Pat to Vooch. To DeMar. Looks like we're going to take things a little bit slower. DeMar in the post. Working into the paint. Another turnover for DeMar DeRozan. That's 2 in consecutive possessions. Kennard for 3. And a putback by Memphis. I'm not sure what happened there. I think that's an offensive foul. Let's take a look. No, it's an offensive interference. The ball did not get off the cylinder before the putback was made. So that's going to go Bulls ball, and the basket will not count for Memphis. The score will stay 9-5. Wow. A good start here for Memphis. Again, they have the lead at the moment. I kind of feel bad for how their team is going at the moment. Again, when they thought Ja Morant was coming back, another turnover by the Bulls, by Kobe White this time. You know, they probably thought when Ja Morant was coming back, everything would be okay. And now they have their whole team out. It's a very tough time out here for Memphis. But hey, they have the lead right now. So I'm sure they won't be complaining too much at the end of the day. All right. Okay, let's take this off. Another missed shot by the Bulls. It looks like a bunch of misses going around. Okay. Let's turn that down a bit. It's too loud. Another miss by the Bulls. Again, this is just... I've already kind of mentioned that I'm not necessarily too excited about this game. I know it's, you know, you should always be excited about Bulls games and whatnot, but I just feel a bit... I just think for this game specifically, you know, I want to see Memphis at their best. You know what I mean? Like, you don't verse the Memphis Grizzlies that often. You verse them twice a season. And if you're going to get a Memphis Grizzlies team with no Ja Morant, no Desmond Bane, no Steven Adams, you know, no Brandon Clark, no Derrick Rose even. Again, like Bulls fans, the one saving grace about this game was that we could have seen Derrick Rose play. And he's out too. So, like, there's not too much to be excited for. Of course, if we lose, it'll be embarrassing. We're losing right now. But... I don't know. I have not come into this game fairly excited to see the Bulls play. And judging by the fact that there is a timeout right now by Billy Donovan, a very weird timeout, I think, again, the Bulls have stooped to the opponent's level to begin this game. And they need to start picking up their energy. Because, again, I've seen a bunch of perimeter shots by Memphis at the moment that are extremely wide open. Just threes being open for the Memphis Grizzlies. We've just got to shut that down real quick, you know? It'll be very disappointing. This will be, in my opinion, a new low for the Bulls if they lose this one. Especially if they're not working hard. If they're not providing the energy they need. Fair enough if Memphis make all their threes and you can't stop it, right? But you can't give them open threes. You just can't do that. So, yeah, Billy seems to not be very happy with the start that the Bulls have made. And I can't say I blame him. At this point in time, we'll see if it continues or not. But yes, we should be good now. What do you guys think about the game? You can also let your chats, you know, you guys can feel free to chat as well. You know, your thoughts. Anybody that's new, welcome. Nice to see you guys. And yeah, ready to get this game on the road. Ready to actually be able to watch the game. It's crazy, you know. The first half of the quarter, I basically missed, even though I was sitting here. All right. All right, the timeout's coming to an end. Let's see if the Bulls can pick things up now. No room for lack of effort here. So again, all I've really seen from this game, a bunch of turnovers by the Bulls. I think DeRozan literally has 2 turnovers consecutively. Kobe White has a turnover. And a lot of perimeter shots made by Memphis. Or at least 3 of them, technically, because it's 9 points. But a lot of shots for Memphis on the perimeter. That just can't happen. Alright. Here we go. AC. To DeRozan. DeRozan. Tries to drive to the rim to Io. Io for 3. And there we go. Io makes the 3. 7-5. Or 7-9 is the score. For the Chicago Bulls. Let's go Bulls. Let's go Bulls. Alright, we've got Jaren Jackson here. Sizing up. Passes to Kennard. Again, there's a lot of guys on Memphis I'm not really going to know. Kennard. The ball movement for Memphis. They're going to want to shoot a 3 here. Kennard chucks up a shot. Blocked by AC. There we go. The pressure is intensifying for the Chicago Bulls right now. 0.5 seconds left on the shot clock. It's going to be hard for Memphis to get a shot off here. Big block by AC. And AC goes straight to the bench. He's earned it. You know, 1 block and back and get some rest. A shot clock violation for Memphis, and that will go to the Bulls. Right now, the Bulls 5 out there is Kobe, Io, Dalen Terry, Patrick Williams, and I believe Nikola Vucevic is still out there for the Bulls as well. That's our starting, well, not our starting 5. That's our 5 out there at the moment. All right. Can the Bulls take the lead here? 5:58 to go. It's only 9-8. A very poor start for both teams, it looks like. Kobe to Io. Io to Pat. Pat finds his way into the paint. He does turn it over. Jaren Jackson with the steal. Finds Concha. I don't know how to say his name. He gets an easy layup from a transition play by Memphis. Another turnover for the Bulls. 4 turnovers for the Bulls to start this game. Patrick Williams drives to the rim. And there is a foul called there, I believe, on Jaren Jackson Jr. So Patrick Williams will go to the line to shoot 2 and bring this to a 1-point game. Pat playing aggressive at the moment. He went for the slam. Yeah, look, realistically, that wasn't going to be a slam that was going to work out well for him. But, hey, it's a foul at the end of the day. Hey, hope you have a good day. How many subs does Memphis have with all the injuries? Oh, I don't even know. I really don't know how many subs they have. I'm assuming they're going to at least play a 7-man rotation. At least 7. It would make sense to have at least 2 bench players come into the game and contribute. We play usually a 9 to 10-man rotation. 10-man rotations are very weird. Not often played in the NBA, but at least a 9-man rotation is normal. I'm assuming Memphis will have at least a 7-man rotation. But they have a lot of guys out. A lot of guys. Vooch with the spin. Kicks it out to Pat, to Kobe. Kobe shoots the 3. Misses badly. But the Bulls are going to get the offensive rebound. Patrick Williams drives, spins, layup, and it goes for Patrick Williams. And the Bulls have the lead. 12-11 is the score. A bad start, but still a game that you want to see the Bulls take advantage of at the very beginning. Jaren Jackson with Patrick Williams guarding. Kobe White switches onto him. A missed 3 for Memphis. Rebound Patrick Williams. Kobe to Io. Io kicks it back out to Kobe. A weird pass, but Pat's going to get on the end of it. Misses the 3. Vooch with the tip. Back to Kobe for 3. He's missed a bunch of them to start this game, Kobe White. I think at this point we need to start going to the rim here. Jaren Jackson drives on Vooch. And the and one. Jaren Jackson gets the and one to go. If we lose this game, we'll deserve it, and I'll be more disappointed than upset. Look, again, I think when you look at the talent out for Memphis, this is a must-win game for the Bulls, and it will be embarrassing if we lose. But we can't. I guess, look, at the end of the day, every team can beat anybody. I mean, these are all professional basketball athletes, if you know what I mean. They're all talented guys. It's just that when you look at the talent of the teams, we should have more. But you've seen how the Bulls started the game. It's not been a good start for the Bulls on the energy. It looks like we have no energy at home. And that, again, I just fear that the Bulls have probably thought about this game as an easy win, and they've taken their foot off the pedal, thinking, okay, we're going to win regardless. And that's normally what spells disaster. As Nikola Vucevic hits a three, and the Bulls get a 1-point lead. 14-15 with 3:47 to go. Jackson shoots the three. That is off. Rebound to Io. Alright, there's a mismatch opportunity there for Vooch in the post. It looks like we can't get it there. DeMar's going to drive to the rim. Finds Pat. Throws it off his leg. It's been a very, very rusty start for the Bulls. Pat drives into the paint. Kicks it to Io. 4-3. In and out. A very, very rusty start. It feels like every pass we throw is not a perfect pass. It's not really landing to our hands, man. A turnover-fested start to the game for the Bulls. Williams missed the three. Alright, it's Dalen Terry. Dalen Terry, pick a roll, finds Pat. Pat wide open, shoots the three. That is off. Good rebound from Vooch to DeRozan. Io to Vooch in the paint all alone. And he gets the layup. It's a timeout for Memphis, and Vooch is fuming at the referees. He obviously got slapped and it wasn't called. Let's take a look at the replay. He got slapped, and again, I'm surprised he didn't get a tech for how he reacted to that. Wow. I'm surprised he didn't get a tech. I'll be honest. Jokic got ejected for a lot less than that, and Vucevic is out here complaining. Look, again, it's a rightful complaint. He definitely did get hit. But, normally there's a tech in there, and that's... We'll see, I guess. It doesn't look like there's going to be a tech involved. All of these shots seem so rushed. Hold on, I can't see the rest of that. Rushed out as much as in the beginning, but they're still bad. Memphis' shots, in my opinion, from what I've seen, is just because... Like, all those guys that are playing don't really have the responsibility of being a number one option. They've never been a number one option in the NBA. So I can understand the rush shots from their point of view. I think from the Bulls, I don't think it's our shot selection that's the issue right now. I mean, Kobe White's taken a bunch of threes and they've all missed. I think for the Bulls, it's the turnovers and it's the poor passes. I think our passing, like, DeMar DeRozan passed the ball out to Patrick Williams, who could have shot a three, but the pass was so bad it hit Patrick Williams' leg instead of an actual, instead of being a great pass. We're very sloppy with our passing at the moment. And I think that leads to everything. I think our shot selection will eventually become a lot better because we'll probably be more organized as a team. But yeah, it's a very sloppy start to the game. Shot selection wise, passing wise, turnover wise, and definitely defensively as well. I can't believe how long do we have left in the quarter. Let's take a look. We've got 2 minutes and 39 seconds in the first quarter, and we're talking about a 17-14 game. Hello from Spain. Hello from Spain. Wow. Hello from Australia. I'm not from Spain, but hello from Australia. From the land down under. That's what we like to call ourselves. But yeah, altogether, it's been a very sloppy start. Okay. Benny's out here flipping popcorn. All right, so Vooch has gone to the bench, it looks like. So Drummond's coming in. One thing I have been impressed with the Bulls is that every time I see, I guess, a missed shot, Vucevic is in. Vucevic is like dominating the glass. I don't know why I'm finding it hard to get my words across today, but we've done well on the glass. That's what I'm trying to say, which is expected. Again, I remember last season, Steven Adams cooked us on the rebounds. It was bad. So yeah, it's good that we're dominating the glass in this time out. My kid fell asleep on top of me watching that game. Oh, that seems very cute. It's adorable. You're our favorite Aussie. Thank you. Wow, favorite Aussie. I'm sure there are other Aussies out there. I appreciate it though. There's a lot of us, you know. Speaking from an Australian standpoint, there's a lot of Aussies out there. All right, Memphis turns the ball over. Dalen Terry trying to run in transition. Finds DeRozan to Io to Pat. Pat with the mismatch, drives to the rim. Good ball movement from the Bulls. DeRozan misses the shot, and it's a rebound for Memphis. Great ball movement from the Bulls. It just landed in a missed opportunity there. Another missed three from Memphis. I think that was Zion Williams there. Again, the Bulls need to start making some shots here. We could put this game out of reach early. Memphis have not really come out strongly. Dalen Terry airballs a three. You see, the Bulls are not shooting the ball well, right? He airballed a three. The Bulls have only made 3 threes today already. You know, like, it's 3 from 12. It's a bad percentage, right? But with how small Memphis are playing, I don't understand why we're settling. We are settling for shots here. We should be dominating the paint. Like, why could we do that against the Raptors, who also played small in that game? Why can't we do the same thing that we played with the Raptors compared to Memphis? We're settling here, in my opinion. I've not been too pleased with our shot selection. Drummond to Dalen Terry. Dalen Terry drives to the rim, gets the layup, and it's a blocking foul on the Memphis Grizzlies. So Dalen Terry did not make the shot. He took the layup. He'll be going to the line for 2. I think the only reason why there was a blocking foul is because that Memphis player was in the restricted area. Yeah, his foot was in the restricted area, and he was moving as well. So yeah, Dalen Terry's going to go to the line for 2 shots here. How cold is it where you are? It's summer over here in Australia, so I would say not cold at all. I think by the end of the 4th quarter, I'm going to be sweating. Let's put it that way. It's been very hot recently here in Australia. I love winter. I love winter so much. I love the weather in winter. I love being cold. I don't like being hot. Being hot's annoying, bro. Like, it's frustrating. The only reason people like summer is because you can go to the beach. But I love winter. Especially when you're streaming. You want to stream in a cold environment, not, you know, hot weather. It gets very frustrating. But yeah, thankfully today, it's not that hot. But most of the summer has been very hot. I would say this is fairly warm weather. Memphis makes a 3. With 10 seconds left, it's going to be an 18-17 start to the game. DeRozan trying to size up. Finds Dalen Terry. Dalen Terry doesn't want to shoot the 3. He's going to shoot it now. And he makes it. DT for 3. Did he make? He did make it. DT for 3. Wow. He was hesitant to shoot it until he was forced to. But nothing but net for Dalen Terry. And the quarter ends with the Bulls 21 to Memphis 17. A very, very slow start to this game. Both teams didn't really get a rhythm of things in that first quarter. Memphis are literally only shooting 3s. They have not gotten anywhere near the paint for the most part. They have spammed 3s. I think over 80% of their shots have been from 3. And to be fair, the Bulls are matching that. Again, this is what I mean when it comes to playing down to the opponent's level. When you see bad shot selection from Memphis, you shouldn't see it on the other end for the Bulls as well. And our shot selection has been all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. But in saying that, you can call it an ugly performance. You can call it a tough start that we'll pick up. I don't know if we're going to pick it up or not. We've ended the first quarter with a lead, and that is the most important thing. Again, I'm not coming to this game very excited. I've said that already, and I know that's not necessarily a great thing to say, but when you don't even get to verse the best, like literally, Memphis have 4 starters out. You know what I mean? 4 starters out for the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm an NBA fan, man. I want to see the Bulls take on the best competition. So when you see Ja, Bane, Steven Adams, Derrick Rose, you know, Brandon Clark, key guys, Marcus Smart, key guys out there for the Memphis Grizzlies. All of them being out. It's a rough go of things. I can only imagine what it's like being a Memphis fan right now, but I feel robbed as an NBA fan. I feel robbed of not seeing Ja Morant, bro. How often do we see Ja Morant? Twice. Like, it's tough out here, you know? Jimmy says, this is a good first quarter for the Bulls. Look, we have the lead, but I don't think this was a good first quarter. I really don't. I think we've been sloppy. I think we've been bad on defense. I think we've been, you know, poor passing, turnovers, poor shot selection. It's not been that good. I mean, 21 points in a quarter. I think we could do better. I think we have done better in the past. Sorry for being late. That's okay, bro. It's alright. Alright, anyway. First quarter is done. Let's move to the second. 17-21. Let's see if the Bulls can have a much better quarter here. I really think one good quarter could actually seal it so early for the Bulls, the way the Memphis are playing right now. Memphis in the post. The Bulls in the post. DeRozan tries the rip through. Doesn't work. To Javon Carter, who's in the game now. 7 seconds. Another bad shot incoming here. Caruso shoots the 3. And he makes it. Again, stagnant offense, but it leads to an AC 3. At least he was open for it. We'll take it. So this, there's a stat going around here that's shown by the Bulls PR team, saying that the 17 points that Memphis scored is the fewest we have given in a quarter. So the defensive end has been good, but of course, this is not the best Memphis team. Speaking of, Drummond just got blocked in the paint. It looks like the Kennard. Again, there's a lot of guys I just don't know. Williams misses the 3 for Memphis, and that should be Bulls ball. 24-19 is the score at the beginning of the second quarter here. Man, I'd really like to see us attack the paint more. I don't like settling. Kobe tries to drive to the rim. Finds DeMar. DeMar enters the mid-range, shoots the mid-range, and gets the mid-range to go. Tell us about your basketball teammates. Are a lot of them Pakistani, maybe Kenya? No. My basketball teammates are my friends. They're just the same as me, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure there are Pakistani and people from Kenya that, you know, play ball in my area, but I just play with my friends, man. Drummond gets the post hook to go. All right. Kennard. A bad pass, and that's a turnover for Memphis again. This quarter could be the quarter, guys. If the Bulls pick it up, this could be the quarter. We're up by 9, I believe, right now. Memphis continued to turn the ball over. This could be it for the Bulls. Just got to keep going. DeRozan trying to size up in the mid-range. Gets to the paint. Almost travels. AC will shoot the 3. That's in and out. Rebound to Memphis. You got Kennard in the pick and roll. Again, it's very stagnant here for Memphis. Okay, that's a miss. Rebound, Kobe. Kobe is trying to pick up the tempo here. No rim protection. High off the glass. No. Drummond gets the putback, though. Timeout, Memphis. Oh, so you are the best baller in your hood? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Again, I played on the same courts as guys like Ben Simmons play on. You know what I mean? Like, I'm nowhere near the best player in my hood, bro. Oh, no. Not even close. I would arguably say I'm probably the worst in my friends group as well, to be honest. I think I have a good IQ, but I'm not good at, like, I play without my glasses on, bro. I can barely see the rim. Nah, I ain't that good, bro. I ain't that good. What do you think Zach's injury does for his trade value, and how would it affect us in the trade market as a whole? I think this specific injury will not do much. I think you have to look at Zach LaVine's entire history record for, I guess, when you're looking at his trade value. It's not the fact that this injury occurred. This injury is very unfortunate. He stepped on someone's foot. That happens to everybody. He's only out for a week. It's not going to be a bad injury, right? But you look at Zach LaVine's entire career and how many injuries he has sustained over the course of that career, that's when people will start to look at the trade value going down. So I think this specific injury doesn't mean anything for his trade value. I think his injuries as a whole, you know, the fact that he was injured in Minnesota, he's been injured a couple of times, his back, his leg, he had surgery last season or at the beginning of 2 seasons ago, you know, thumb injuries, all these things kind of play a factor in my opinion. I think it's the same with Lonzo Ball, unfortunately. We signed Lonzo Ball, and I think the reason why teams won't trade for Lonzo Ball is because of this big injury, yes, but it's also because of the big injuries he had before then as well, and he hasn't really had a fully healthy season in the NBA, maybe except for 1 or 2. I would say the same thing. You best get in that gym and practice. If you become a good baller, you'll get all the... Yeah... I treat basketball with my friends as a... How do I say it? I guess just a gathering together, if you know what I mean. I don't really treat basketball as something I need to be the absolute best at. I mean, again, I ain't making the NBA. I ain't making the Australian leagues, NBL. I ain't doing none of that. Like, you know? So... I can get better, and I should get better, but yeah, I just treat it like to go and see friends. I don't necessarily treat it as I'm gonna, you know, destroy everybody, make every shot, look the best, try to get all the baddies. That's not really my type of vibe when I go and play basketball. What do you think we could get if we were to trade Lonzo's contract with the insurance clause package with Zach and Javon Carter? Again, I've seen this story about Lonzo Ball and the fact that, you know, the Bulls could trade Lonzo Ball with Zach LaVine. I'm going to tell you this now. I think people are overreacting to what Casey Johnson said about that. He's saying it's an option, it's a possibility. I'm 90% sure we are not trading Lonzo Ball with Zach LaVine. I'm so sure of it. Because at the end of the day, another team has to want to take the risk. And I really don't think there's going to be teams taking the risk. I mean, look at TJ Warren. He was out for 2 years. He was an amazing player for the Pacers in the bubble. Then 2 years out, and there's very few teams wanting to take a chance on him for that type of money, even if the insurance is paying for it. Keep in mind, the insurance is not paying for it next season as well. The insurance won't pay for it next season. They'll pay for it this season. And he has a player option. I don't think we're trading Lonzo Ball. I don't think it makes sense for the Bulls, and I don't think it makes sense for every other team in the NBA. But if we could package Lonzo Ball, it's for salary. You're not going to get anything for Lonzo Ball. You're not going to get anything of great value. Maybe a second round pick. That's what I'm thinking you get for Lonzo Ball, honestly. I'm not saying that to disrespect him, but he's been out for over 2 years. Yeah, it's just tough out here, you know, like... If he could prove next season he could get back to his best, teams will take a chance on him. I don't think teams want to take a chance on him right now. We're seeing some highlights of D Rose. Obviously, D Rose is out for this game. Doesn't look like there's any ovation or anything like that. Hopefully, Bulls fans can give him an ovation at some points. But yeah, it's been tough out here for Lonzo. But yeah, I think with Zach LaVine, it's very similar. You'll get the same things. In my opinion, Lonzo is just only to add salary. You're not going to actually get anything on top of that. And Javon Carter, I mean, the way that he's been playing this season, I don't think really anyone wants him either. I think Javon Carter's a trade value you could probably, maybe buy him out if anything. Oh, Poster! Oh, wow! Who is that? Memphis, just absolutely a Memphis player. I don't know who he is. But Drummond tries to pay it back. He misses the dunk. Wow. He went for the poster, bro. He went for all of that. Bulls are up by 13, by the way. If I was a GM, I'd try my best to get rid of LaVine's contract to clear up cap space and then go for some big 3 and D men in the free agency. First looking at Pascal Siakam. Look, I think I know what you're saying, and I personally feel that should happen as well. I think the Bulls are thinking, if we trade Zach LaVine, we need someone that can help us compete now. I don't necessarily thinking they need to get rid of the contracts, because they could just go and sign pieces that will fill up the contract anyway. I think they're just looking for the best return to help us win. That's what I think they're trying to do. But yeah, you're right. This is the thing with DeMar DeRozan as well. DeMar DeRozan is on an expiring contract. If we don't sign DeMar DeRozan, that's $28 million we can spend on someone else or multiple people if we want. So yeah, there's a lot to look forward to. And Siri is popping up here. I don't know what Siri wants. Get out of here, man. I was trying to watch the Bulls. But looking at Pascal Siakam is on an expiring deal. I think with Pascal Siakam, he must have made a verbal agreement to re-sign with the Pacers. How much the Pacers gave up? How much the Pacers gave up for Siakam? Like, he had to have told them, I want to re-sign here. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. Why would they give up so much for half the season of Siakam? If they don't win a championship this season, they've wasted their entire future on someone that's only a rental. It doesn't make sense. So I don't think we're going to get Siakam. I think there's little to no chance. They must have had a verbal agreement somewhere along the line that they will try to re-sign Pascal Siakam. That's what I think. Remember to give a shout out to Lil Jabari. There you go. Who else should we go for minus Siakam? I still want Austin Reeves. I really want Austin Reeves. I think at the beginning I was a little bit, iffy about it. But a guy that can average 20 points per game on a $12 million contract, even if he doesn't average that for the Bulls, a $12 million contract for a scorer of his magnitude would be a fantastic addition to the Bulls. And again, the money that we save from the Zach LaVine trade, we could go and spend on other guys, like the 3-and-D guys that you mentioned. I think Austin Reeves, to me, is pretty much my number one option right now. But I wouldn't mind some role players from the Kings. I think the Pistons could actually give us some valuable pieces as well. New York. I think New York could definitely be a situation if you want to fill salaries. Get rid of the salary. New York could be a destination. You could get some expiring contracts there. Some good role players there if they're willing to give them up. But yeah, I think for me personally, I want Austin Reeves because his contract is just too good for the player that he is. And it makes sense for me. Verbal agreements aren't legally binding, though. Imagine the duo of Austin Reeves and Alex Caruso on the Bulls. It'd be fantastic. But yeah, I understand verbal agreements are not legally binding. They're definitely not. But, again, the Pacers wouldn't trade for Pascal unless they were absolutely certain there was at least a chance to re-sign him. I think the Bulls could try to come and steal him away, but I honestly can't see a world where Pascal doesn't re-sign. Again, I'd be saying I'm 90% sure Pascal Siakam resigns with the Pacers. Otherwise, tough luck, bro. The Pacers really did something terrible in that trade if they're only getting for 6 months, or not even 6 months, 3 months of the season. That's really bad. That is really bad. So I just can't see a world. Shout out to my most favorite homie, Stabby, Lil Ricky, and Mal the Les. I have no idea who they are, but there you go. Imagine if that's the reason why people aren't taking Zach. They don't want Javon in the deal. I mean, it doesn't even have to be Javon Carter. I mean, Torrey Craig is still up for trade. I know he's hurt at the moment, but we could get rid of Torrey Craig if we really need to. But look, Javon Carter doesn't need to be in any of the trades. He just doesn't need to be. And plus, Patrick Williams with a block. And Io, come run with me, misses the layup. That's tough. They could buy out Javon Carter if they really don't want him. It's as simple as that. They could buy him out. He's not making a hefty amount of money. The Pacers could end up using the biannual exception if he goes into free agency. It's a possibility. We need Craig. Look, I know we need Craig, but if we're trying to get the best deal possible, Craig has a contract that people are going to want. Sometimes you have to sacrifice to get something in return as well. We might need Craig, but if Craig is the only thing stopping us from getting an Austin Reeves, I'm willing to give up Torrey Craig for that, in all honesty. That's just how I feel about the situation. Especially if you're going to get a guy like Hachimura in the deal as well. I'd be willing to give up Craig if that's the only thing that's stopping us from getting that type of deal done. But we don't know the situation. Maybe they just don't want to give Reeves in general. Javon Carter, yeah, but Javon Carter's deal is friendly, but he doesn't produce for how friendly it is. He's not produced at all for the Bulls. There's a difference. Torrey Craig has produced in his minutes. Javon Carter has not. So the Lakers will be looking at Torrey Craig and saying, I can use that guy. They will look at Javon Carter. Maybe they can use him. Maybe he'll do well for the Lakers with LeBron in the team. But they might be looking at Javon Carter and saying, yeah, your contract's friendly, but we can't really use you. With Torrey Craig could fit in any team. Again, if that's the only reason that's stopping us from getting an Austin Reeves, I would give up Torrey Craig. Patrick Williams going beast mode tonight. He's had a really good start. The Lakers front office won't give up Reeves. They have PTSD after trading Caruso. Hey, that's a real possibility, you know. Kobe White gets the midi to go. Bulls up by 10. Yeah, that you could very well be right. Again, we just don't know. We don't know. Unless Shams and Woj report it, we won't know. Patrick Williams with the steal. Javon Carter kind of slips. He gets the ball back in the corner. Shoots. Scores. You know what? Javon Carter, I'm so sorry, my friend. I should have never said anything bad about you. You're the best three-point shooter in the league. What was Lonzo's injury? Firstly, they thought it was a torn meniscus and whatnot. At the beginning, I believe. He had surgery on it. Nothing really got better. And then I believe this latest injury that he has now that's taken him out for a while is a cartilage issue. He had cartilage surgery, I believe, which is devastating for an athlete. Very few athletes come back the same. And right now he's in rehab for that, and it looks like the rehab is going well. So I think that's all. I don't really think there's anything else to the Lonzo Ball situation, but there were a lot of doctors looking at Lonzo Ball. Like, I think the report was 6 doctors looking at Lonzo Ball, including obviously the Bulls doctors. No one really knew what the problem was until the cartilage surgery. So very unfortunate what happened to him, man. Very rare and very unfortunate. What's the most popular beer in Australia? I believe the most popular beer in Australia is Carlton Drafts. I believe that's the one I hear about the most. I don't drink. But of course I have friends that do. I would say Carlton Draft is probably the best beer. Australians love their beer. That's not a stereotype. You know, usually when you think of Australia, you do think of beer. They love their beer. If that's a stereotype, that's one that sticks. Patrick Williams for 3. That is off. Rebound Memphis. Alright, if they don't want Javon Carter, they can have Terry Taylor. They're not going to use Terry Taylor either. We don't even use Terry Taylor. We're not gonna be smart enough to finesse them in that way. We're just not that smart. We're not gonna be smart enough to do that. In my opinion. This is what the Bulls get for building a team on the weak knees of an all-star point guard. Ouch. Ouch. Hey, man. It's tough. Sometimes it's unlucky, man. We can't always blame the Bulls and the front office. No one in the league was expecting what was going to happen to Lonzo. Like, no one was... You can't tell me anyone in the world could possibly predict that Lonzo Ball needed a cartilage surgery. Like, do you know how rare that is? Like, a torn meniscus you can come back from in a matter of months. A torn ACL could take you a year. But a cartilage injury is super rare. That could happen to anyone. It is super rare. I'm not going to blame the front office for that. That's just a very tough situation. And, you know, we'll see what happens next year. We'll see what happens when he comes back. Australians love their beer. Americans love their portion size. Hey, look, we're copying and pasting that from America as well. Don't worry. A lot of Australia is based on what the UK and what America does. So portion sizes are increasing here as well. Don't get us wrong. America loves, like... What I've noticed about America is all their food is just very... Like, you get... If you get, for example, loaded fries... Bro, the amount of cheese they put on those things is ridiculous. Like, I've seen food memes in America and like, you know... It's wild how much cheese and stuff you put on your meals. I don't know. At some point, it's too much cheese, bro. Like, let it go. Who am I to speak? Anyway, all right, let's recall Marco from Europe, and we put him in the deal with Zach LaVine. Look, honestly, Denzel Valentine is available. I'm just saying. He's playing for the Sydney Kings right now. If the Bulls called him up, he'd go in a heartbeat. I think that could be better. He's averaging 8 points per game for the Sydney Kings, bro. Like, that's solid stuff. All right, Kennard. Again, the Bulls have had a much better second quarter here. Oh, and he gets it to go. The Porsches aren't the bad part in America. It's all the extra stuff that causes our cancer rate to skyrocket. I've only been to America once. I think I've already told this story, but I went to Hawaii. And we went to a restaurant and I ordered nachos as an entree. Turns out that's all I ate because that thing was massive. That was ridiculous. I couldn't believe my eyes when I thought that was an entree, in all honesty. The entree was as big as the table. Like, I couldn't believe it. Couldn't even finish the entree. So, yeah. I can agree that the portion sizes are very interesting. Denzel Valentine, Jermaine Grant, Felicio, dangerous together. You forgot about Paul Zipser, Cameron Bairstow. Come on. We can have a whole starting five out there. What about Robert Lopez? What a guy, bro. You know? Shaquille Harrison. Get them all. Get them all back. Kobe drives to the rim and gets the layup. Bulls back up by double digits. 48-38 is the score. 49 seconds left to go. It also depends on where you eat. I'm sure, like, if I went to a Macca's in America, it would probably be very similar to the Macca's you get in Australia. But it was at a restaurant, and it was massive. It was crazy. I don't even remember the restaurant, but wow. Wow, wow, wow. I couldn't believe it. But again, it's rising here as well. It is rising here as well. All right, 29 seconds left. It looks like Memphis is going to hold for the last shot. Kennard with the ball in his hands. Kennard makes the midi. 40-48 is the score. Bulls with a chance to get it back to double digits, and the final shot of the game, of the half, DeRozan. In the post. Gets it to the mid-range. Gets it all the way to the rim. And he gets the layup. 1.9 seconds left. Jaren Jackson's going to shoot it a little bit too late. And it's off anyway. That's the end of the half. Bulls up by 10, 50-40. Again, a very bad first quarter. I think a much better second quarter. And again, the way that the Memphis Grizzlies are playing and the way that the Bulls are playing, I think there could be a chance that the Bulls can run away with it. If we just have another strong quarter, I think we could get the job done. An interesting half, but again, I've said it before, I'm not necessarily very excited about this game. I'm very much happy that I'm able to interact with the chat a little bit more today compared to normal, because this game does not just doesn't bring much excitement to me, in all honesty. If we had to give up Kobe for Reeves, would you commit to it? No way. No way. Kobe White's my favorite player on the Bulls. I would not commit to it, and the reason why I wouldn't commit to it is that Kobe does more than just scoring. Austin Reeves is a great scorer, but I don't necessarily think he's amazing at everything else. With Kobe, he's a fairly good playmaker. He brings good minutes on defense. He's a very good hustle player, and he can score the ball. I think Kobe's a bit of a jack of all trades type of guy compared to an Austin Reeves, in all honesty. And plus, Kobe White has the better contract. Kobe White's on $11 million a season. Reeves is on 12. I would not do that. Plus, Kobe wants to be here. Levine doesn't. So, yeah. To sum it up, no, I would not. I would not. Right now, I wouldn't say anybody's untouchable on the team. But I would say the closest guy to untouchable is Kobe White. I think Vucevic is tradable. DeMar's definitely tradable. Levine is obviously tradable. I even think Caruso is tradable if we really want to do it. But I think Kobe is the closest to untouchable you could get to the team. He isn't untouchable. If someone comes to you and say, Steph Curry for Kobe, you're going to take it. I don't care who you are, what your name is, where you're from. If someone says, hey, Stephen Curry for Kobe, you're going to take it. But that's never going to happen. And I just don't think we should be trading Kobe White right now. Why would we do that? This is a painful game so far. Glad to see Javon Carter getting some minutes. Has been good. He's had a good game thus far. He made a 3. Again, I've been more interactive with the chat than actually, I guess, looking at the game and watching the game. I saw he made a 3. A couple of good steals from the Bulls as well. But what we tend to do at halftime is we look at the box score. So let's get that started right now. So first and foremost, we've got DeMar DeRozan. I would take Prime Steph. I would take Steph now. I think everyone would take Steph now. Steph, even in his prime, out of his prime, whatever, but Steph is Steph. This was a good first half by the Bulls. Hope they could put it away in the second half. A big third quarter needs to come, Jimmy. A big third quarter, and I really think this game will be over. Let's hope we can do it, because I don't think Memphis have played well at all. A couple of good moments here or there, but I really think they've been sporadic. The Bulls really have a chance to get this one. Anyway, DeRozan has 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. 50% from the field, 4 from 8. Not too bad from DeRozan. Patrick Williams has 7 points and 2 assists. 2 from 7. He's actually been quite poor efficiency-wise. You meant you wouldn't take Steph now? I'm sorry. If Stephen Curry's up for trade and all they want is Kobe White, I'm doing that deal. I think the biggest problem with the Warriors is that Steph has no help right now for the Warriors. It's Steph versus the rest, it feels like. Clay's just kind of declined a bit. Andrew Wiggins is not having a great season. Kuminga's upset with the coach. Draymond Green's being suspended. They still have no big center at all that can help. You know what I mean? Like, I think Steph on this team would give us a championship. I really believe it. There's a future with Kobe where there isn't a future with Steph. But if you're talking about competing right now, I think Steph could get us to a championship. I do not think Kobe White could get us to a championship right now. I would do it in a heartbeat. I wouldn't even think twice. I love Kobe, but if that was an offer on the table, the Bulls should take it. Anyway, let's not talk about things that are not going to happen. In all honesty, it's never going to happen. There's no way the Warriors would trade Steph. No chance. And the Bulls are very unlikely to trade Kobe White. Again, I'll take a few years with a championship than a few years with nothing. That's why I'd take LeBron as well. If LeBron signed here in free agency, I would welcome him with open arms. Anyway, let's get off the top. Let's get back to the halftime stats. Then we'll get back to, obviously, the hypotheticals. Vucevic with a 7-7 night. He's got 1 assist, 3 from 5 from the field, which is 60%, and 1 from 3 from the three-point line. AC has 3 points and 1 assist. He's only 1 from 3. Would love to see AC be a bit more aggressive in the second half, but again, not too shabby. Kobe's not had a good game at all. 4 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. 2 from 6 from the field. 0 from 2 from the three-point line. You definitely expect much more from Kobe White. Again, hopefully in the second half he could pick it up. We've got Ayo with 5 and 5, with 2 assists, 1 steal and 1 block. Solid night off the bench for Ayo. We've got Dalen Terry, 4 points. We've got Andre Drummond, 4 points and 3 rebounds with 2 steals. Javon Carter has 5 points, 1 rebound and 3 assists. Torrey Craig with 0, obviously because he's not playing. And that's it for the Bulls. Let's go to the Memphis Grizzlies. Oh, man, there's a whole bunch of guys I don't know. Okay, Williams Jr., 9 points. Aldama has 5 points and 3 rebounds. Jaren Jackson Jr. has 10 points and 4 rebounds. Luke Kennard has 8 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists. He's been one of their better players. Koshar has 2 points and 3 rebounds, 4 assists. You got Roddy with 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. And you got Williams and Gillard both on 0. Look, I don't know much about that Memphis Grizzlies team. I'm not going to lie to you. So, yeah, we'll see how they go in the second half as well. Hopefully the Bulls could just seal the deal and win this game. Okay. LeBron would destroy the team like he did after 2020. I respectfully disagree. I disagree wholeheartedly that LeBron James would destroy this current team. Again, the problem with the Lakers is the lack of defense. LeBron plays a part of that as well. Lack of defense, lack of a real point guard. If Kobe White is developing into a real point guard like we're all thinking he is, we've got Alex Caruso, we've got Andre Drummond, we've got good defenders. Even if Lonzo Ball comes back, we've got a great defensive team. We are up there in one of the best defensive teams in the NBA. I really don't think LeBron's destroying this team. If we drafted Bronny James and LeBron James said, hey, I want to come to your team on a cheaper deal, and we don't do it, shame on the Bulls. Because it's a double standard. The Bulls have said publicly they want to win. They want to win, they want to compete. So you have to think in that mindset. I think Bulls fans want to go younger, want to rebuild, want to get picks, and want to get cap space and see if we could go a little bit younger. But if the Bulls' mindset is, hey, I want to win, I take age out of the equation. I don't care if Steph Curry's 35. I don't care if LeBron James is 40. They could both help us win. We're not getting Curried. Let's forget about that. But, it is what it is. Like, we're talking about things that will never happen. But if they did happen, I would take it. Absolutely. So, anyway, we shall see what's going on around the league thus far. We'll see who's been playing, who's doing well, who's not doing so well. And see what we could do in the second half, what we would like to see in the second half. So, right now we've got the Philadelphia 76ers winning the game by 8 points with 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. That looks like they've wrapped it up against the Charlotte Hornets. The Wizards are beating the Spurs. Again, 2 fairly mediocre teams, I would say, battling with each other. And it looks like the Wizards at home have gotten the better of the Spurs. The Knicks and the Raptors, the 2 teams have done trades with each other, competing. And the Knicks currently are winning by double figures. We've got the Hawks and the Cavs. Right now, the Cavs are absolutely smoking the Hawks, up by 18 points. We've got the Jazz and the Rockets. The Rockets right now winning by 13 points, and that is at halftime. The Timberwolves and the Thunder are both in close competitive games, or they're versus each other. They're in a close game. The Thunder are up by 5. And that is in the second quarter. That is heading towards halftime. So that is what is going on around the league. Draymond Green is considering retirement. I've heard about that. I think he mentioned it in the podcast he did. I can't see it. I can't see it happening. I think a lot of what's happening to Draymond is media forced more than anything. Like, I get it. He's a fairly dirty player. Sometimes he does things on the court he shouldn't be doing. He shouldn't be punching people in the face. He shouldn't be kicking people in the nuts. But I think a lot of the mental health and hopefully he's okay type of stuff, like, I feel that is more media driven than anything. But he did mention it, so it's possible. You know? I just can't see it. I think he's going to play. I think he might not end his career with the Warriors, but I think he'll play. I think he'll play, you know, next season and the season after, and then maybe he'll consider retirement. He's up there in age, to be fair. Maybe he gets traded from the Warriors and just retires after that. He might say, hey, I don't want to play with another team. If I get traded from the Warriors, I'm done. I don't know. It's a hard situation. Very hard situation. It's tough out here. I wish we could somehow get Lowry back on this team. We would be killers. I think the Lowry that we're seeing with the Jazz would be a lovely addition to the Chicago Bulls. But do you trust Billy Donovan? Do you trust the Bulls to use Larry Markkinen in the best way possible? Because the first season of Larry Markkinen, we saw potential of what he's doing in Utah. We saw him with the ball in his hands more. We saw him in the post more. We saw him shoot the threes more. And he was a bit of more of a leader in that type of rookie role. Like a rookie that had potential to blow up as a superstar. And then we saw with Billy Donovan coming in. We saw with even, you know, Jim Boylan, that we didn't use him right. And Billy Donovan is still our head coach. So if we brought back Lowry, do you trust the Bulls to use him right? You can make the argument that we could use him right because we've seen what he can do now. Like, everybody in the league can see how Lowry has played, and that can allow the Bulls to use him right because, okay, there's a couple of things that we never saw him do for the Bulls. He did on Utah. He can come back, and we could use him in the correct way. Or the coach will just say, hey, we used you as a bench option 3-and-D type of guy now, just a catch and shoot guy. That's what you're going to be for the Bulls when you come back. In that regard, I don't know. I would love Larry back, but if we don't use him right, I would never want Larry to come back and just be a subpar version of himself for the Bulls. You know what I mean? Like, he's killing it for Utah. And he killed it for Utah last season. He was an all-star last season. So if we don't use him as an all-star caliber player, I don't want him back here because we're just going to waste him and he's not going to enjoy himself here. I hope we don't extend DeMar. The Bulls want to extend him. Whether or not we will or not, I couldn't tell you. Right now, the recent updates I know of is that the money that DeMar wants and the money the Bulls are willing to give are very far away from each other. That's the last update we ever got for DeMar DeRozan. But DeMar has publicly stated he wants to stay. The Bulls have publicly stated that he wants him to stay. So I think they're going to run the risk. I think they're going to keep him for the rest of the season and see what happens in free agency. That's what I think will happen with DeMar DeRozan. We've seen they're not afraid to let guys go in free agency. You know, Vucevic went into free agency, we re-signed him. Kobe and Io went into free agency, we re-signed them both. Levine went into free agency, we re-signed him. The Bulls are not afraid to let these guys go and enter the market. So, yeah. Is that Joakim Noah? Oh my, Joakim Noah is at the commentary team right now. Let me pump this up real quick. Look at these guys. Stacey King and Joakim Noah. What? Wow. Look at these guys. Joakim Noah looks very happy, you know? Just chilling. I get it. So, because Derrick Rose is here, Joakim Noah is here. He's excited to be around Derrick Rose. They're obviously best friends. Oh, how nice. They're talking about the relationship they have with each other, D Rose and Joe and Noah. And there's obviously a photo of them both smiling together, just vibing out. That's nice to see, man. Nice to see. That might be the most exciting thing I've seen all game. Okay, the third quarter's begun. DeMar DeRozan with a backdoor cut. He gets swatted by a Memphis Grizzlies player. I don't know who that is. Jaren Jackson drives to the rim. Gets an easy layup to go. And that's a good start for Memphis. Alright. Kobe finds Caruso. Caruso fakes the three. Kicks it to Pat. Pat gets into the paint. Shoots a one-handed jump hook, kind of. And it airballs. Alright, Caruso. That was a very weird possession. DeMar DeRozan and Jaren Jackson got tangled up. And no foul was called for either one of them. And they just started, you know, both are putting their hands up like, I ain't touching him. They just stayed together. It's a very interesting play. Anyway, a 5-0 start for Memphis. DeRozan misses the layup. He gets his own miss. And it's going to go out of bounds. That will remain Bulls ball. But Memphis coming out strong in the third quarter here. Making 2 of their first buckets. Joakim Noah talking about how he had chances to win a championship with the Bulls. And how you can't take that for granted. DeRozan finds Vooch in the post. 3 seconds left. Vooch is going to have to chuck one up here. Finds DeRozan. Shot clock. Poor, man. Hey, Billy, call timeout, man. They've come out to the third quarter slow, bro. I ain't trying to have this. We don't need no shot clock violations out here, man. 50-45. Good steal for DeRozan. DeRozan in the post. And there we go. He forces a foul. So DeRozan. Alright, so DeMar DeRozan got a technical foul. So DeRozan's going to shoot 2 free throws. But I think Memphis is going to go to the line for 1. That's tough. DeRozan with the technical foul. Kennard misses! Get wrecked. No, I shouldn't say that, but still. Look like a soft tech, to be honest. Alright, so DeRozan will go to the line for 2. And he makes the first. And he misses the second. Alright, Joakim Noah, by the way, gave a lot of respect to Kobe White, talking about what he's been able to do for the Bulls in this recent stretch. Nice to see Bulls legends kind of, you know, coming out and giving some respect to the young guys here. But this game, again, this game's getting out of hand a little bit. Memphis are on a big run here. Memphis, Kobe White misses the mid-range. It's only a 3-point game. That's unacceptable what DeMar did. I mean, I didn't see it. He didn't really do anything. A 1-point game, and it's a timeout. Billy Donovan, again, fuming. That is really bad. We came out with shot clock violations and just horrible shot selections. And Memphis have just kind of got some easy opportunities. Again, what is up with the Bulls and their bad starts to halves, bad start to quarters, horrible second half performances in general? What is up with that, man? Doesn't matter who's in the lineup, it's just the same thing every time. How annoying. Incredibly frustrating. By the way, guys, we are 3 likes away from the double-digit like goal that we always try to strive for each and every single watch-along. If you guys are enjoying the watch-along thus far, again, feel free to come into the chat and keep on chatting. Again, I'd like to talk to you guys, but also feel free to like the stream if you haven't already. If you are new here, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, just let me know what you guys are thinking. We went from a top 5 defense last year to lackluster defense this year. I wouldn't necessarily say the stats show our defense is massively lackluster, but I will give you this. The past 2 weeks, I've not been very impressed with the Bulls' defensive work. I think overall, our stats will still kind of show we're a top defensive team. But, I mean, again, let's look at this. Let's look at the stats of the last 2 weeks, at least. Let's take a look. So obviously right now, we've conceded 50 points to the Grizzlies. Technically, in a half of basketball, that's not too bad. But we've given up 110 points to the Raptors. We've given up 109 points to the Cavs, 116 points to the Spurs, 140 points to the Warriors, 119 points to the Rockets, and 112 points to the Hornets. That's all within a frame of 2 weeks. So, yeah. Altogether, the last 2 weeks I've not been impressed with the Bulls' defensive work, but I think overall the stats will show we're still a top defensive team. But if it keeps going down this way, it's not going to end pretty for the Bulls on the defensive end. But I do believe as well, I just can't see Memphis sustaining that type of play the entire game. I just want the win, man. We'll worry about the performance another time. This is a must-win game, and I just want to get the win. There is no excuse for the Bulls to be this bad when starting any quarter. You are absolutely right. There's no excuse. We just want to know why, though. Like, why does it happen? There is no excuse for the Bulls to start off a game poorly. And there's no excuse for the Bulls to start off a third quarter poorly as well. This is a massively important quarter. And instead of running away with it, we've allowed them to come back. So, yeah, there's definitely no excuse. But why? I need to know why. Why does stuff like this happen? It's like in Tree. Like, okay, why? Just like, let me know. What's the goal of it? Why are you doing it? Is it a rotation issue? Is it a lack of energy issue? Then fix these things. You know what I mean? Anyway. Bulls are 1 from 6 from the quarter. That's their first bucket they made in the third. Over 3 minutes without scoring. Jaren Jackson gets an and 1, and they have a chance to tie it here. Wow. By the way, Joakim Noah's talking about Luol Deng at the moment, which again, I'm loving hearing these things. I know the Bulls are having an ugly quarter, but I'm loving hearing Joakim Noah speak right now. All right. Vucevic, mid-range. That is off. How different would these be if we had Tom Thibodeau? Very different. These players wouldn't dare. These players wouldn't dare to start off every single game badly. They wouldn't dare do that. Oh, I wouldn't love to see it, but Tom Thibodeau would be screaming his lungs off at this team if they started every first quarter the way that we start every first quarter. Okay, Jaren Jackson could take the lead. He takes the lead. Memphis have the lead right now. It'd be very different. Ain't no way. It just wouldn't happen. Caruso drives to the rim, finds DeRozan, spin move, fade away, got it. We might need DeMar DeRozan to carry us at this point because I just feel no energy from this team. We might just need someone to take over. I don't know if DeRozan's the guy tonight, to be honest. It looks like no one's really come up to play offensively. But we need someone to do it. Brian, this is unacceptable. Kobe White with a step back 3. He gets it to go. Bulls have the lead back by 3. Can they go on a bit of a run here? We need it. This is unacceptable, lifeless. It does. Honestly, it does feel lifeless. It really does. I can't lie. Again, I knew coming into this game it wasn't going to be the most exciting game, but I don't like how the Bulls have been playing. Io makes the 3. We've gone back on a run here, which is nice. Come on, let's try and bring the energy. The Bulls, again, are dominating in terms of the bench points. Which, to be fair, they're only playing like 2 people off of the bench. But let's just keep going. Let's hope we can go on that run. DeRozan brings the ball up. Memphis haven't been able to score in the last couple of possessions. Can we go back to a double-digit lead? Caruso, 4, 3. And he makes it. And the Bulls up by 9. A timeout for Memphis. We respond from their run with a run of our own. Exactly what we needed to see. We needed to see that, and we delivered a run there. Now, let's hope it can... Again, we need to extend and extend and extend. We have the team that could get this to a 20-point lead, and we can be comfortable. We have the team that could do it. But, so far, it's been up and down. I cannot lie. I cannot lie at all. So, yeah, timeout for Memphis there. Again... They're still showing a lot of photos and a lot of videos of D-Rose and Joakim Noah. All right. Anyway. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think we can really push this lead, you know, even further? Above and beyond what we've seen already in this game? Or do you think... regardless of what Memphis lineup is out there, this is going to end up being a close and competitive game that could go down to the wire in the 4th quarter. Where do you think the direction of this Bulls game can go? So far, we haven't really been that far above Memphis. I think the highest lead we have is like 13 or 14 points. And again, Memphis took the lead in that quarter. It's like the Bulls woke up a little bit once they actually saw that they were down and they went on that run. So, be interesting. If somehow we got Lowry in a trade for Levine plus picks, PG Kobe, shooting guard Caruso, small forward Debo, power forward Lowry, center Vooch. Look, we've tried, not with DeRozan of course, but we've tried the Lowry and Vooch experiment before. Didn't work very well. There's a reason why Lowry got taken to the bench when he first came here. They're both 7-footers. So, you know, we can't have the excuse that we're not small enough, we're not big enough anymore. We'll be big enough, but I just don't think that matchup works. I kind of feel like if you get Larry Marketing, I would try to get rid of Vucevic and try to go for a rim protecting center, in all honesty. Because I think Larry is a very good 3-point shooter, but he can do a lot more on offense, I think, than Vooch these days. So... yeah, again, if we could use Lowry right, I would be more than happy to have him back. If we just don't use him the correct way, there's just no point. But anyway, I would consider trading Vucevic if we got Lowry back. And try to go for a rim protector. Try to go for a Mitchell Robinson type of guy. Or not even Rudy Gobert, but you know, someone like that. Someone that is profoundly known for protecting the rim, catching alley-oops, highly athletic, good physical player. Maybe even a Steven Adams. Steven Adams is injured right now. But Steven Adams, when he comes back, I would not mind a Lowry and Steven Adams duo compared to a Vooch and Lowry duo. Because they're both just not strong defensively. Anyway, Kobe White gets the rebound and he wants to run. And he gets the slam! Kobe White! He says, enough of this nonsense of a bad game. I'm taking it to the rim and ain't nobody stopping me. He gets the dunk. That was beautiful. Kennard shoots the 3, tries to silence the crowd and he misses. Rebound to Vucevic. Alright, Memphis right now have not really come out of, I guess, the Bulls are continuing to run. They had a good start to the quarter, not a very good current run in the quarter. Vucevic to Kobe. Kobe drives to the rim, gets the layup, off. Vucevic with the putback. Steven Adams is not coming back to the NBA. I wouldn't say that. Why would you say that? I think he's out for the whole year, but I think he'll be back next year. But even if it's not Steven Adams, a guy like that I would love. You know, maybe even it's hard to say because I don't think DeAndre Ayton is actually an amazing defensive center, but he's very athletic. But a guy like that, you know what I mean? I just don't think Vucevic and Lowry works together at all. DeRozan shoots the three. Oh, and the Bulls are steamrolling right now. The lead is extended. It's a 15-point game. DeRozan finally makes a three. And there's another timeout for Memphis there. We continue our run. He's injured every year. I feel like that type of player is exactly what we would need if we got a Larry Marketing. You know how Lowry works so well? They got a guy like Walker Kessler that is an elite rim protector. You know what I mean? I think that's what you're going to need if you want Larry to work on this team. You got the point guard in Kobe White. You got DeRozan that's going to be a second option or a first option. You got Larry Marketing that could do a whole bunch of things on the offensive end. He's a very, very talented offensive big man. If you have Vucevic as well, I just feel like it's not a balance. Where's the defense in our forward line, our front line? You know, our front court is going to be probably the worst defensive front court in the NBA. You can't have that. You can't have a very bad, not very bad. Vucevic is not a good defender. But Lowry, I wouldn't consider a very good defender either. You just can't have them both. So, if you're asking me who would I rather have right now, I would have Larry Marketing over Vucevic. But I don't think having them both is a good idea. We've already tried that experiment. Never worked. Love Larry and Max Strus. Bring them back. I'll take Max Strus as well, bro. The way that he cooks us. Yeah, I'll take that in a heartbeat, bro. He cooks us on a daily. Except for last game against the Cavs. But every other game he cooks us. Alright, the timeout has come to an end. Bulls on a 17-0 run. Can we keep it up? Jaren Jackson drives to the rim. Caruso comes for the block. So Vucevic commits the foul. They're checking for a goaltending. It looks like that's a clean block for me. Jaren Jackson's going to go to the line for two. Again, Jaren Jackson has to really step up offensively for the Grizzlies. I don't see where their offense is going to come from. I know he's from Chicago. That's why I think he cooks us, because we had him and we let him go. He probably was trying to live out his dream in Chicago playing for the Bulls and we let him go. So every time he versus us, he's going to cook us. It's like he has an extra incentive to really hurt us. You know what I mean? Jaren Jackson makes both. 70-57 is the score. Will that timeout really settle things in for Memphis, or can the Bulls continue to run with it? Kobe gets to the rim, finds Pat. Pat drives. And he turns it over. Again, I just would love to see us shoot when we drive the ball, you know. Pat's very rarely going to get blocked. Io in a pick and roll with Vooch. Io finds Pat for three. Pat shoots it. And he gets the bucket to go. This is why Pat needs to shoot more, bro. Stop passing out. Shoot the ball. Good defense by Kobe in the end on the help, but it's a made layup for Memphis. Kobe wants to run for Io. Io almost turns it over. Finds Javon Carter in the corner, and the Bulls are going to settle it down. Kobe in the pick and roll. Gets to the rim. And Memphis commit the foul. Roddy commits the foul for Memphis. Almost an and one there from Kobe. He just doesn't get the layup to go. Absolutely a foul call. Kobe will go to the line here, shooting two. He makes the first. You always expect Kobe to make them. Come on, let's keep this up, Bulls Nation. Kobe only has 10 points in the game. Again, he's not had a great game at all. Kobe makes the second. Okay. Alright, Jaren Jackson sizing up Patrick Williams. Alright, a pick and roll's coming for Memphis. Jaren Jackson's going to end up with the 3-point shot. He misses. Rebound to Patrick Williams. Io almost loses the ball and he gets it back. Vucevic to Javon Carter. Javon Carter finds Vuce in the post. Will a double team come? It doesn't look likely. They're trying to blitz. Vuce has sealed his man in the paint. They didn't give him the ball. And Io's probably going to have to chuck up a bad one. It's going to end up with Javon Carter. Mid-range. He gets it. A big shot for Javon Carter, but not a great possession, I would say. He makes the 2, to be honest. Roddy makes the 3 in response. Alright, Kobe finds his pick and roll, gets the floater off the glass. Vooch tries for the putback, and it's going to go to the Bulls. It's going to stay Bulls ball. Not the best shot for Kobe White, but again, you see him make that from time to time. Vooch will come out of the game and Drummond will enter. I honestly think that's Memphis ball, but I'll take it. Alright, DeRozan. DeRozan shoots the mid-range. Drummond misses the putback. Pat's. Oh, Pat's playing vicious. Pat's trying to fight someone right now, you know. He got the offensive rebound. He was looking to yam that thing. Slam it down. Our upcoming games. So we don't have Portland, actually. We do have Portland. We've got the Suns away. We've got the Lakers away. We've got Portland away. And then we return home to Chicago and face the Raptors again. So a lot of, again, there are some winnable games here. There are some big winnable games against these teams. Can we get the job done? I really don't know, but they're winnable games. If we have a good West Coast trip, we can really get close to 500. Really close. All right. $79-62 is the score. Jaren Jackson shoots the 3. That is off. Rebound to Drummond. We got Io. To Javon Carter. Javon Carter. Javon Carter tries, again, finds DeRozan on the cut. That's the marvelous, beautiful. My man with the amazing cut from the top of the key there to get a layup. Again, I was going to ridicule Javon Carter for not passing to Drummond in the post, but he found something better, so you got to give him credit where it's due. Memphis respond with a 3. They're staying somewhat in this. 1:37 to go in the third quarter. Io tries to get the layup, and he does get the layup, and it's a foul. And 1 for Io. Jaren Jackson Jr. is the one that commits the foul. Io will go to the line for 1. Gets 3 the hard way. Hopefully he makes the free throw. Give him a while to shoot this. And he makes it. 84-65. A chance to take this to 20 plus points here. With another stop. 1:30 to go in the third. Oh, Drummond almost gets the steal. Okay, Jaren Jackson's going to drive to the rim. Pat guarding. Good defense by Pat. But unfortunately, it looks like he commits a foul on Jaren Jackson. Patrick Williams is the one that commits the foul. Jaren Jackson will go to the line for 2 free throws there. It looked clean to the very ends. Yeah. It looks like he tries to go for a little bit of a reach. Drummond also comes down to help as well. Again, it looks like Jaren Jackson has to be their go-to option. And when there is only really one go-to option for Memphis, you can kind of swarm him. But he still finds a way to get to the line. Alright, Jaren Jackson makes both. 67-84 is the score. Jaren Jackson has 21 points in the game. Ayo drives to the rim. I think Ayo's unlocked the key here. He's unlocked the door. He's found what he could get, really, for this game. He has 13 points in the game. He's been playing very, very well. But again, not a lot of rim protection for Memphis. Looks like Gigi Jackson is going to end up getting fouled. Ayo commits the foul, and there's another free throw opportunity for Memphis here. Alright, so stop and start third quarter, these last couple of minutes. He makes the first. Alright. Makes the second. 51 seconds left. We are on the verge of the fourth quarter here. Alright. Javon Carter fakes the three. Drives, kicks it to DeRozan. DeRozan will shoot it. He misses. Rebound to Memphis. Alright. It looks like Memphis drive to the rim. Misses the layup. Rebound to Drummond. Drummond to DeRozan. DeRozan. 3 seconds left. 2 seconds left. Ayo fakes it. Williams for three. Ayo should have shot it. Again, the hesitancy to shoot cost a easy transition opportunity for Ayo. Pat ends up airballing the three. We end the third quarter up 86-69 with 1 quarter left to play. By the way, guys, there is 1 like. We are 1 like away from reaching the double-digit mark. We have 9 likes on the stream. If there's one person out there out of the 9 of you guys watching the stream that hasn't done so already, feel free to like the stream if you are enjoying it as we head into the fourth quarter of the game. Yikes. I have been missing a lot of layups recently. He didn't even take that one. That's again, we're in transition. DeRozan is running. Memphis are all trying to get back. I felt like I should have taken the layup. Instead, we chucked it up to Pat with a last second kind of desperation shot to get something off. It was never going to really work that way, was it? And in the end, we suffer the consequences. But it is what it is. Look, we're still up by a big amount. Let's just hope we don't choke this and we end up grabbing and keeping this lead and not letting it go. You know what I mean? And again, just get a win that we should be getting. And we'll move on to the next one. Hopefully there's more excitement when we verse Phoenix and the Lakers. 2 teams that I'm sure a lot of people will be excited to see because we don't see them very often. I mean, how often do we see the Suns? Even though they cook us every time. Still exciting to see the Phoenix Suns because we don't see them very often. Same with the Lakers. Same with Portland. You know what I mean? It's my friend Christian. He is late. It's okay, Christian. It's okay. By the way, my friend Christian here is the only person I know that's actually my friend and doesn't like write chats, bro. He just watches for the sake. It's very weird. But now he's in the chat. This is the best third quarter I've seen from the Bulls have. Really? Fair enough. It was a good third quarter. Can I get a recap of what's happened so far? To sum it up, Bad first quarter. Okay second quarter. Bad starts to the third, but we picked it up. And we ended up getting a 17-point lead. And Memphis are just not playing very well. That's all I can really say. I've been more interactive with the chat than actually watching the game. It's always Booker that kills us. It is, every time. I'm not... Again, Booker's probably going to play that game against the Bulls. So, get ready to get cooked. But we'll see. If he's the only one, we could still win the game. Who would you go after in the buyout market? I don't even know who's even available in the buyout market. You're going to have to give me some names. Because I think it's very hard to predict who's going to get bought out and who's not going to get bought out. Give me some names, and I'll tell you if I would take them or not. But a buyout market is something I can see the Bulls pursuing. Especially if we make a trade that maybe leaves a roster spot open. I can see a buyout happening. Alright, the beginning of the fourth. Patrick Williams gets the steal. Good start to that fourth. DeRozan to Pat. Pat sizing up. Back to DeRozan. 4-3. And Dalen Terry will get the offensive rebounds. Oh, that's a heck of a bounce pass by DeMar. Pat won't shoot it. And Io loses the ball for a turnover. Again, I feel like we've given up on a lot of easy shots here. Okay, Jaren Jackson's coming back in. This is going to be the final push for Memphis, I really believe. Alright. We are Kennard. Caruso gets the steal. Caruso running in transition. Oh, and Caruso says, I'll take the dunk. Thank you very much. Turn up the AC, ladies and gentlemen. AC is in the house. It's getting too hot in here. Memphis can't handle it. The top candidates in the buyout market is Alex Burke. I had the wrong button. Stand by. Oh, okay. That's all good. It looks like Kobe got a layup as well. Would I take Alec Burke? No. I would not take Alec Burke. We have too many guards. I know he's a good scorer, but he's a good scorer on a bad team. And I've heard stuff about him laughing on the bench on that losing streak, and I don't think that's the right attitude to have. So I would say no. I would not take Alec Burke in the buyout market. If that's the only option there is, I'm saying no to that one. We have too many guards. I don't think he has the right attitude. I know he's a vet, which could help, but yeah. When Memphis were having that 28-game losing streak, I'm pretty sure someone told me that he was laughing on the bench after those losses. Like, that's not the type of guy. Would you take Luke Cornett? Oh, man. Would I take Luke Cornett? No, I would not take Luke Cornett. But I love Luke Cornett. I wouldn't take him back. He's not better than Drummond or Vooch. But he's solid. Hey, why do you want to get rid of Luke Cornett, bro? What's up? What's wrong with Luke Cornett, man? He has the best three-point contest I've ever seen. He's a very stand-up guy. I like Luke Cornett. I would take him as a third choice, I guess, but he wouldn't play for us. DeJounte Murray, maybe buyout. He would not get bought out. DeJounte Murray will get traded or he stays. There is no way Atlanta will buy him out. Absolutely no way. 99% sure DeJounte Murray will not get bought out. He's too good to get bought out. It's not like he's a veteran that, doesn't have any use for a team. He's a starting player for Atlanta. He's their second best player. No way. He gets traded or he stays. It's the only two options. Could he get traded to the Bulls? Probably not. But, yeah. If DeJounte Murray gets bought out and the Bulls don't pursue that, I might retire, to be honest. Put it that way. if that was to ever happen, which it won't, but if that was to ever happen and the Bulls are not in the conversation, retirement is happening, bro. Like, YouTube ain't for me, NBA ain't for me. It's time for me to retire, bro. Never watch the sport again. That's outrageous. It would never, but it won't happen. Colin Sexton. How's Colin Sexton doing? I don't know how he's doing. I kind of get the vibe he won't get bought out either, but I'd take Colin Sexton. I would. I'd take John Collins too. I know John Collins ain't what he used to be these days. To be fair, yeah, I'd take John Collins. We need more forward help. The top buyout prospects are Alec Burke, Danilo Gallinari, Joe Harris, Gordon Hayward, Doug McDermott, Patty Mills, Kelly Olynyk, DeLon Wright, or Thaddeus Young. These are the prospects for a buyout. Would you consider these guys? There's a lot of guys. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look. By the way, the score's 90-69. Again, let's just hope the Bulls can really seal the deal here. I wouldn't take Alec Burke. I would take Danilo Gallinari. I really would. I know he's not having a good year, but I think on a better team he could play well. Joe Harris, he's a good three-point shooter. We need more catch-and-shoot guys, but everything I've seen about Joe Harris screams negativity, so I'd probably stay away from that one. Gordon Hayward, if he would sign for us on a cheap contract, I would take. I think he could be a good forward option. Unfortunately, the injuries with Gordon Hayward is the key thing. Can he stay healthy? But I think he could bring some forward help. Maybe even off the bench if he's willing to take a bench role. I wouldn't mind that. Doug McDermott, yes, I would take. Patty Mills, as an Australian, I would have to say yes. Even though it might not make the most sense, I would take Patty Mills. I would love Patty Mills on this team. Kelly Olynyk, I think he's kind of a dirty player, in all honesty, so I'd stay away from him. DeLon Wright, probably not. Thaddeus Young, I would love Thaddeus Young back on this team. And there you go. That's all the guys. Hopefully, I answered them all. It's a lot of people. I would take John Collins and I'd take Colin Sexton as well. So there you go. That's what I would do. I would be interested in a guy like Joe Harris, to be fair. But again, when you just hear bad things about people, like, it does throw you off a little bit. Like, you hear Joe Harris doesn't do anything for Detroit. You know what I mean? I just hear bad things. Alec Burks had 33, 6, and 7 off the bench today. Are you sure you wouldn't take him? I'm very sure I wouldn't take him. I don't want people that would be laughing on the bench. I had a big problem about it earlier on in the season. I would not want someone that's laughing on the bench on a 28-game losing streak. Like, bro, what are you laughing about? Like, there's nothing to be funny about there. You know what I mean? And plus, he's very inconsistent. He's very inconsistent. I would not take Alec Burke. I think he's a solid vet, but again, that type of attitude is not what we need around here. Not especially with our start to the season. We don't need more people laughing on the bench when we lose. Gordon Hayward and John Collins as buyouts, yes, I would take both of them. If those were options, I would take them. Especially if Gordon Hayward signs on a cheap deal. That's extra. You know how good Gordon Hayward is offensively? Again, he's a bit inconsistent as well, but he's a great mid-range shooter. And he used to average 20 plus a game. I would do that. And plus, it would be in a situation where he's not necessarily the go-to option for the Bulls either. So, you know, Drummond looks like that's a goaltend there. He won't be a go-to option for the Bulls either. So he could be like, you know, the type of guy where Billy Donovan says, hey, come off the bench and just score. That's your role. Score the ball off the bench. We need more bench points. Our bench is very inconsistent. I would take him in that type of role. What about Grayson Allen? Am I willing to let bygones be bygones here? Am I willing to let that happen? That's hard. That's hard. I like Grayson Allen as for what he does, but again, he's another guy that everybody says he has a bad attitude. So, yeah. Probably wouldn't take Grayson Allen. But I think he's played well for Phoenix, has he not? Colin Sexton is averaging 17, 3, and 4 so far this season. Excellent. If he gets bought out, bring him in. Bring him in. He could be our bench point guard, I guess. I guess technically, Javon Carter is supposed to be that true point guard we have off the bench. Right now, it's just looking like it's Io. And Io usually, again, when he plays, sometimes he's an off-ball player. So we might need like a ball handler, but we have a lot of guards. You have to be very careful when you bring an extra guard to this team because of the amount that we have already. Well, yeah, I would take Colin Sexton. Why not? Another three made by Memphis. It's 94-77. There's still 8 minutes to go, bro. Oh, my goodness. This game won't end. This game just won't end. By the way, we did reach the double-digit like goals. Thank you guys for that. As per usual, again, the reason why I like to get to double digits is because normally we have at least 10 people here, 10 to 12 people that are coming in every now and then. And I just, it kind of shows that the people that are watching like what they're seeing. And that means if more people begin to watch on a regular basis, it means that, at least they're going to get something that they're going to enjoy. So thank you guys for that. It does mean a lot to me. And yeah, we'll move on to the next one against Phoenix and we'll try to do the same thing. But this game is slowly coming to an end. Very slowly. Like, very slowly coming to an end. But yeah. I wouldn't mind John Collins. Again, the thing about John Collins, right? The John Collins of Atlanta was expected to be a superstar. You know what I mean? He wanted to be the first option. He wanted a max contract. He wanted to really, get that type of situation in Atlanta. If he ends up getting bought out, he's not a number one option on his team. He's really regressed in all honesty. So if we're going to get a John Collins that is not looking to take 20 shots a game, is not looking to be a number one option, and is actually going to play a team role, why would I say no to that? He's an athletic guy, can rebound the ball, can shoot, for the most part, sometimes. He's a solid player. Yeah, I wouldn't mind John Collins. Does he get bought out, though? That's the real question. Does he truly get bought out? I honestly don't know. Brian says no. No to what? I'm assuming you mean no to Grayson Allen. I've said no to Grayson Allen. I'm willing to let bygones be bygones, but people still question his attitude. So, again, I think we need people with the right attitude just as much as we need people with talent. You know what I mean? Obviously, Colin Sexton is a very talented player. John Collins, talented player. They're talented guys, right? But I feel like for the Bulls, when you see bad starts to quarters, when you see bad third quarters, you just see really, really bad beginnings to things, and you're starting to question it every single game, at some point, it's not a talent issue. We have talent on this team. But I think it's more of something is missing. Maybe it's an energy issue, an attitude issue. And that's why you got to look for attitude as well. People with the right attitude. People that's willing to talk to superstar players and say, hey, this is what you should be doing. Pick things up. Where's the energy? Vocal leaders. Javon Carter's supposed to be a local leader on this team. But I feel like we need more vocal leaders. Instead of people fighting in the locker room, just need some vocal guys to step it up during the game. What about PJ Tucker? I would take PJ Tucker. I know he's old, but for a season, I would take PJ Tucker. I think PJ Tucker, again, talent-wise, he's definitely not the best on that list. There are a whole bunch of guys better than PJ Tucker on that list. But again, a guy with the right attitude, I would take PJ Tucker. I haven't forgiven Grayson Allen for Caruso's injury. Look, some people won't forgive, some people will forgive. I'm willing to let bygones be bygones, to be honest. I'm willing to forgive a guy like Grayson Allen. But again, some people won't. Some people need proof that he's changed before they decide to forgive someone. And I can completely understand. But I don't want to live a life just thinking of, I'm never going to like Grayson Allen because of one thing that he did. You know what I mean? I don't really want to have that in my mind every time we first Grayson Allen. I want to forget about it. I want to move on. but we'll see. If you could switch bodies for a day with one NBA player, who would you pick? One NBA player, who would I pick? Can I pick all time and can I pick modern day? All time I'd have to pick MJ because I want to see. I want to see how good he really was. Like, imagine I'm Michael Jordan, right? And I just know that I'm the best player out there and I could do anything I want on that court. Like, that would be so fun, would it not? Like, that would be incredible. I think modern day, I wouldn't pick LeBron James. I know people are saying LeBron. I wouldn't pick LeBron. D'Angelo Russell, Spencer Dinwiddie, Gary Trent entering free agency this season. I think modern day, I'd probably pick Kobe White, you know. I feel like Kobe White is that type of guy that, you know, could have a little bit of fun. He's level-headed, though, as well. So he's not out there, you know, partying like James Harden every night. But he's also, you know, not just sitting at home all day. It just seems like he's very balanced. I don't know. Maybe I like Kobe White, bro. He's my favorite player on the team. So I would say him. Maybe I'd pick Dame as well. Dame's fun, you know. Yeah, Dame's one of my favorite players in the league. I wouldn't mind being Jaylen Brown. He's smart. I wouldn't mind having some intelligence in this head, you know. Anyway, it's hard. It's really hard because I don't know these guys personally. Modern day would be Luka. Fair enough. Luka, the way that he plays, I can completely understand it. Yeah, people are saying Luka. Allen Iverson. Imagine, bro. Imagine being Allen Iverson when you crossed up Michael Jordan that one possession, bro. Like, imagine actually doing that, you know? I mean, look, at some point we all wanted to be in the NBA, let's be honest. At some point, a whole bunch of us wanted to try and make the NBA so we could be these types of guys. So, yeah, that's a fun question. But it's hard to pick, because I want to pick someone that is good on the court, but also looks like they have a good time off the court. Because basketball games are only 48 minutes. You have a whole day with one of these players, like, as one of these players. You want to have fun on both sides, you know what I mean? That's why I feel like Kobe White is, for the Bulls, is probably the best option. AI, one of the best and underrated PGs ever. The impact he had, the impact he had, even though he didn't win an MVP or a ring. You're absolutely right. There's not many guys out there that makes the impact that Allen Iverson makes without winning a championship. He changed the game for sure. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame. That's why he's one of the most talked about players of all time. And that's why Philly... You mean, if you bring Allen Iverson up to a Philly fan, just cancel the rest of your plans, bro, because he's going to talk to you about it all night long. You know what I mean? Like, again, he changed the game for Philly. He changed the game for the NBA. His handles, again, I think Kyrie even mentioned this. The way that Kyrie, how he handles the ball, he gives a lot of credit to Allen Iverson. And how he handled the ball and stuff of that nature. So, yeah, it's game-changing, man. It's absolutely game-changing. All right. So, there's there's no way, out of all the conversations we just had, there's only 6 minutes to go. I'm not answering that, Christian, bro. Why are you trying to trigger me, man? Don't ask questions like that, bro. Come on. That's disrespectful, bro. All right, 5:42 to go. Patrick Williams shoots the three. And he gets it to go, 106 to 82. I would have loved Kobe and AI to play with each other. Sight to behold if that was to happen. Dalen Terry tries to slam it down. I don't know what happened there. It looks like there's a turnover. Again, there's 5 minutes to go. It looks like the Bulls comfortably have over a 20-point lead. It looks like Memphis are already waving the white flag. All right. A package of Zach Lonzo, Patrick Williams, and Caruso could land Luka and a first-round pick. No chance. Andre Drummond gets a steal. And Pippen Jr. Pippen Jr.'s in the game, ladies and gentlemen. He's the one that got the tip out of bounds, so it's going to stay Bulls ball. Memphis going on a run? I don't think so. I think the game's over. Again, they've already brought their starters out. Most of their starters are not in the lineup right now. DeRozan mid-range. Bad shot. Drummond gets the board. Gets the rebound. Gets the putback. Andre Drummond dominating the glass today. Again, nice to see that we finally picked up our domination in the paint. All right, so there's a foul on Andre Drummond, so Memphis are going to go to the line for 2 here. Where's Julian Phillips? He should be there, but the Bulls haven't taken out their starters yet. They still got Dalen Terry, Patrick Williams, DeRozan, and Kobe in there. So, will the Bulls take their starters out? That's the question. Right now, there's a timeout, so maybe this is the timeout where they take their starters out. What's going on? All right. What's up? A well-balanced game, I'd say, from everybody. Who's done well today? Well, DeRozan's got 19 points. Vooch has an 11 and 11 double-double. Pat's got 15. Kobe's got 15 after a bad start to the game. I with 13 off the bench. And Drummond has 15 and 10 on the bench. I think Drummond's been my player of the game, to be honest. That's just me, though. Alright, we still have some time to go. I'm waiting for this game to be over with. I hope then Memphis don't come back and win tonight. Look, anything's possible. I think with 4 minutes, it becomes very difficult to get that win. Do you think I could get government benefits in Australia if I don't actually marry an Australian, but just get... No. No, I don't think so. You would need to marry an Australian, I would believe. Kobe White does a fading spin. Mid-range. Got it. Kobe White with 17. By the way, Julian Phillips is in the game. If you're wondering where he is, he's here. He's in the game. Kobe White coming out right now. I kind of think getting into the US might be the easiest in the world. Not sure what Canada is like. I know a couple of... I don't know these guys, but I know Australians that work in America. Like, I'm not friends with them, but there are people that work in America that actually would disagree. It's actually pretty hard to get a green card to go and work in America. Takes a long time. Maybe it's not hard, but it takes a long time to get, to technically become a citizen. But in terms of just going there for a holiday, it's very easy. I would say Australia to come on holiday to, or like to come and spend 6 months in, is very easy to do. Alright, Io to Terry Taylor. We've filled out the bench, ladies and gentlemen. Our bench warmers are in the game. Io gets the layup. And another foul committed by the Bulls. This one is by Terry Taylor. They just won't let the game end, will they? Well, you could try. I mean, I'm not going to condone that. If you want to do that, I'm not going to condone it. But that's your life, bro. I don't see a reason why you'd want to come to Australia anyway. It's very hard to sneak into when you live on the other side of the world. Australia is not like it's right next door to you. Alright. Looks like they made the first. Now is the perfect time for the Bulls to go on a win streak. Well, we have a 2-game win streak right now. We beat the Raptors. We beat Memphis. We had another positive week in terms of the record. 2-1 this week. Happy days. We got the Suns. I don't know if we're going to beat the Suns. I think we could beat the Lakers. I think we could beat Portland. I don't know about the Suns. I don't think you'd be able to sneak into a Qantas flight. I think it's very hard to sneak into a Qantas flight. But look, I ain't condoning any of that. I do not approve of those methods. Alright, 2:50 to go. Memphis back at the line, bro. Man, they just won't let the game end, bro. Why are you calling fouls with 2:50 to go, bro? Just, let them play it out, bro. Let them play it out. The last time we faced the Suns, they won by 1 in OT. Yeah, they didn't have Bradley Beal, did they? But they always find a way to beat us. I just don't know. I don't feel confident when I think of the Suns. I really don't. How much money do you think Austin Reeves will cost? Austin Reeves is on a $12 million contract for 3 years. He's got a player option in his 4th year, which is likely to decline, I would say, at this point. So I think we'd have to give up Levine to do it, if that's what you mean by cost. But it also depends on if the Lakers want to actually get rid of him. Would the Lakers take the risk? Io drives, Javon Carter fakes, floater, air balls. Dale Terry grabs the rebound. Finds Io on the perimeter for 3. Got it. Io Dosunmu makes the 3. Io's got 18 points. It might be hard. Maybe Io's my player of the game. I don't know, man. This is a hard choice. Io wants to get more points. Oh, Dale Terry with the putback, but they caught a foul before that. So Io will go to the line. Man, Dale Terry had the easiest putback of his life there. Just didn't count. And Io makes the first. It's a big win for the Bulls here. We got the job done. We did what we were supposed to do. We got the win against Memphis at home. There's a tough road stance that we're going to be facing, you know. In a couple of days' time, the road trip's going to begin. Did what we expected to do. And now we've been the closest to 500 we have been in a long time. Probably since the beginning of the season. Being 2 games below 500 at this point is the closest we've been in a while. So we got the job done, ladies and gentlemen. You may not like that Memphis had their whole team out. Look, I don't like it. I want to see Memphis at their best. I want to see Ja Morant, Desmond Bane. I want to see Derrick Rose. I want to see Steven Adams. I want to see them at their best because I want the challenge. You know, I want to see the Bulls challenged. Because, you know, how else are you going to compete if you don't actually verse the best teams? You know what I mean? But unfortunately, not every team's going to be healthy. So, when you have opportunities like this, you just have to take it. No matter how bad or good it will feel. We got the job done today. 119 to 91. They call you Shadow Man, Midnight, or the Darkness. Oh, okay. I don't know why they'd call anybody that, to be honest. I'm assuming that's just a nickname. Dalen Terry to Terry Taylor. A steal for Dalen Terry. Finds Javon Carter in the corner. And he makes the 3. And look at him. He's posing to the bench. The game's well and truly over. Javon Carter's just having a laugh at this point. The Bulls have dropped 124 points in the game. A bad first quarter. But offensively, they've really picked it up since. Another rebound for Io this time. And he just gets the ball snatched off of him. My man just said, I wanted that ball more than you. And it looks like we're going to dribble it out. The game is over, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, they've committed the foul. Why? Why? Bro, the game's over. What? Committing the foul? Oh, man. Bro, let us dribble it out. What's the point, bro? Anyway, it's good we got a strong win at home before the road trip. Exactly. This is the best way to go out to the road trip. The best way to enter a road trip is to feel so confident from a win at home that you can bring that confidence over to the Suns. So, yes, absolutely. Who had the most points? I think right now our leading scorer is Io DeSumo. I think he has 20 points. Io has 20 points. He's our leading scorer off of the bench. If only Ja was there. Again, I feel robbed. Like, again, no Ja, no Desmond Bane, no Steven Adams, no Brandon Clark, no Derrick Rose. Like, come on. You know, like, how can a team be that unlucky, bro? Like, it's so tough. I feel bad for Memphis. And I feel, I want to, I just wanted a game where we could play the best Memphis we could, you know? Sure, if we lost, I'm sure I would have been upset about it, but it is what it is. I can't change anything, can I? Dalen Terry finished with 6 points and five rebounds and 2 assists. Very, very good. He played well. The whole team played well. There's not much to complain about here. So, look, with that being said, I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. Drive home safely, Chicago. Beep, beep. Good win by the Bulls tonight. Yes, indeed. Thank you guys for watching. Drop a like and subscribe if you are new to the channel and you'd like to see more watch-alongs and streams and, you know, game reactions from me. And speaking of game reactions, I'll take a couple of minutes, rest up a little bit, get some drinks and whatnot. I'll come back for the game reaction, record that, and I will see you there. Or if you just watch the streams in the watch-along, which I know some of you guys only watch the watch-alongs, I will see you in the next one against the Phoenix Suns. A wonderful and safe day. The Bulls did win. Fair play. Drive home safely. Stay safe. Stay healthy. stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. God bless. Take care. And